for joining us. As above, so below. We are talking about lunar energy, as above, so below. We're talking about the moon's energy cycles, growth, and we also talking about patterns and how we utilize universal laws in order to help us achieve our manifestations and walk in our destiny. If this is your first time in my life, my name is Chief Apostle Samuel Jr., and I am the apostle and pastor of Apostolic Faith of Jesus Christ Incorporated. My beliefs are deeply rooted in African tradition. I want to say hello to and salutations to my madrina, and also to my padrino and my oba, and to my brothers and sisters in Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lukumi, Congo, and Palo. Whether you're a mystic, whether you're an Ajay, whether you are a conjurer, whether you're a hoodoo worker, whether you are a shaman, whether Kabbalist, or Eastern Star, or Mason, this is the live for you. What's up there, my baby Scorpio, Keish in the house, and then I got my Cancer, Shamari. There go my Boaz. Thank you so much and appreciate you. Mama Susan in the house, Gemini. Thank you guys for being notified that I am live, and I also want to say once again, thank you so much for your love, your support, and I want to say that we are definitely on our way to, I just talked to my padrino today. They had to extend my ceremony because being crowned Medifun Oya is a lot more intense than most people could even imagine. So, hey, much is given, much is required. What's up there, Apprehend Wisdom? Much love to you as well. Thank you so much for being with us. I want to also say to all of my brothers and sisters, whether you are in Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lukumi, or Palo, or Santeria, I want to say hello to each and every one of you guys. My platform are for people that have been in the church, hurt by the church. If you have left the church, but you still got gospel in you, but you practice in the ATR, this is also effective for you. And I teach universal laws because it's applicable to each and every one of us. It doesn't matter if you're a beginner or intermediate or advanced. The things that I teach on my program and my broadcast are effective whether you are trying to operate spiritually or operate in the natural world, because listen, logic is so very necessary. And as we say, common sense ain't common. You understand? What's up there, my baby Pisces, Kiara in the house? Thank you so much for being with us. I want to say hello to Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Aquarius, Cancer, Capricorn, Leo, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Libra, and Virgo. Hello to each and every one of you guys. Tonight I came on a little earlier. I was going to come on even earlier because I wanted to get this out there. There go my eldest son, Trey, in the house, Cancer. And then right behind him, another Cancer, Monique 444. Much love to each and every one of you guys. Thank you so much for supporting us earlier today. And hopefully that many of you guys actually got the meat out of that message. And understanding why it's so important if you're going to practice the ATRs, how you and anybody else can affect your other brothers and sisters on that spiritual tree. What's up there, Karen Cartwright, my Cancer for California? How you doing? Much love to each and every one of you guys, especially to TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and also my Patreon family, to my natural family, as well as in my church family. Much love to each and every one of you guys. I want to get right into this because I do have kind of immediate message tonight. And I wanted to come from the aspect, and like I said, a lot of the things that I teach on my platform, it applies to each and every one of us. And in order for us to benefit off of the things that are being taught here, what's up there? I caught you alive twice. It must be that time of season. Much love, Smith. It's our Damian Smith. I think I'm saying it right. And then we got Brother Johnny, the father of our church. He's a Cancer as well. I got me a Gemini for a mother of the church, and I got me a Cancer for the father of the church. So I'm good. I'm a Sagittarius. I need the balance. You understand? Appreciate each and every one of you guys. This is going to be something that I would take notes. Many of you guys may have to go back over this again, because I want to talk about something today in order to advance your spiritual life and give you the opportunity to make the most out of your investments, your relationships, and the things that you claim to be striving for. I have been doing this since I was a kid. I am 50 years old at this point in juncture. I do realize that everybody is not as committed and as dedicated as some. But to those that are resonating with what is being taught on this platform and understanding that it is a constant sacrifice and a constant investment in oneself to be able to manifest certain things in your life. And sometimes in this journey, you have to go through certain seasons where everything is coming at you at once, and so therefore you have to maintain your mental status and sanity, and you have to maintain stability emotionally and sometimes economically, warring off things that you're going through and not allowing what you're going through to disrupt your destiny. I am, for one, I do acknowledge my moon in Aries because I'm very confrontational and I like to confront things, and even no matter how much I'm going through, I like to be honest with truth and have the necessary tools to help me to remedy any of the situations I'm going through. What's up, Boss Braids? My friend, what's up? How we are doing on today? Thank you, Natasha Foster from my Aquarius from North Carolina, for being such a sweetheart and a staunch supporter of what we do on this platform and just being who she is. And thank you for your dedication and commitment to what we are doing here. I want to say also, when I start this message out, this is hopefully we have grown people on our lives and they're not taking that I got time to be actually directing anything individually, but this applies to each and every one of us. And I want to teach this tonight because this is lunar energy, and it's about, I was telling you guys about growth. I am doing a lot better in spite of, I can say it like that. When you're trying to grow, and I want you to think of a seed that has been sowed into the ground, and after being watered and nurtured over a period of time, it has to break through the very ground that is cultivating it. It has to break through the very ground that it is pulling nutrients from. It has to break through the very ground that is sheltering and protecting it. And at some point, that seed has to be put into a vulnerable state to the atmosphere that is around it. As long as that seed is in the ground, it's protected by earth element. But once that seed begins to grow, it must walk into a place of vulnerability and be exposed to the very conditions and the environment that is around it and still survive. You understand? So I hope many of you guys, because even though the sun is beaming down on the ground, the sun energy is filtered through the earth element and is still cultivating the seed. But once that seed produces and it bursts forth, once you start growing, once you have built your foundation, now that you are exposed, now that you are elder or Tata, Mamba, Hugon, or a believer in Christianity or whatever your particular religion are, once you are in the environment, you have to be able to endure with the conditions that are coming on. And you don't always have control over what type of conditions you're going to have to thrive in. It would be nice to be able to say so, but the truth is, sir and ma'am, it's not true. I want to say this to many of you guys, that some of you guys think that certain people are being indifferent to you. Let me say this. At some time in your life, you have to consider that people cannot keep affording to be vulnerable to people that are not valuing who they are, because it might not matter that I lost a leaf. It may not matter to you that I lost a branch. It may not matter to you that somebody broke a branch. At some point in your life, that if you're going to be part of the ATRs, you need to consider that when people are trying to grow and develop, they're not doing that just to find their fruits are not bearing forth. They're not doing that for a show, because at the end of the day, every tree got to bear fruit or it's good for nothing, okay? So I'm not doing this as the scriptures say, my living is not in vain. My subject tonight is check for the rewards. And I'm going to first start with Revelation, the 22nd chapter, verse 12. And it says this: and behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according as his work shall be. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, the first and the last. Now, Apostle Ely, what does this have to do with me? I'm not a Christian. I'm not into Christianity. Let me explain something to y'all. Every deity, every energy, every vibration, every impungo, every ancestor, depending on that particular energy, what's up there, Triron the Aries, and what's up, Sister Jackie, Taurus in the house? They have certain rewards. What's up there, Derek? I was worried, because I feel like he might be asleep because he got to get up so early and work. What's up there, Calvina? Cancer. So we got Pisces, we got Taurus, Pisces, and then Cancer. Now, why is this important? Every genre of ATR religion has some basis of a reward system, okay? But this is what's important, understanding what a reward is. First of all, a reward is a thing given in recognition of one's service, effort, or achievement. So in order to even expect a reward, you must give service, you must give effort, and you must achieve. That means that you just can't participate. You must actually accomplish something. You must actually finish the course. You must actually finish the class. You must actually achieve a certain outcome in order to get a reward. You know what I'm saying? Well done, that good and faithful servant. The 1 talent, the 3 talent, and the 5 talent. A lot of times people get into the ATR and they start serving or working with certain deities or spirits or energies or elders, and they're not looking at what type of reward. And I was thinking in the context of my, I have one credit card from Capital One, and the particular card that I have, the cash reward is about frequent flyer miles, because I know eventually I'm going to do a lot of traveling. So the credit card that I got with the reward of frequent flyer miles. Okay, so everything that I spend, it goes towards me having the ability to purchase plane tickets. Okay, because that was my mindset. I knew I was going to travel, so I got a tool. So a lot of times, depending on the particular Orisha, depending on the particular Loa, the ancestors, or the particular Tata, the Mumbo, they offer certain benefits for you serving them. You offer certain benefits for you showing forth effort with them, or certain achievements with that individual. And a lot of times we don't consider what we have need of. So a lot of times, this is why I tell you guys about ancestry. The reason why, no matter what I do and have done, it always ends up working for my favor, because I understand the rewards of serving certain spirits, certain ancestors, or venerating certain gods or goddesses, or working with certain energies on certain days. If you are going to grow, you need to, there go my sister, Gemini in the house. In order to grow in anything, you got to understand the rewards that are if you achieve. Because a lot of people say, because let me tell you, like, I'm going to say it like this. On my job as a UPS driver, as a senior driver, I have the potential of earning over $100,000. Now, if I don't go to work but 6 months of that year, I'm not going to earn over $100,000. But the reward is if I go to work and I meet every appointment and I work through every season, then what I will achieve will be over $100,000. I believe that a lot of people get involved with people, places, and things, and they are looking at people for a reward that they did not achieve. They are looking for a reward they did not serve. They're looking for a reward they did not earn. Now, I tell my kids all the time, you have a right to be disappointed if you put the necessary effort in. If that particular course calls for 1,200 hours and you only give 1,000 hours, there's no way that you should be expecting a certificate. But there are people, because they gave some time, they gave some energy, they gave some resource, but they did not do what was required to achieve. They still have an expectation. Huh? You were supposed to dip in the River Jordan 7 times. You did 6. You were supposed to dip in the River Jordan 7 times. You did 8. Just trying to help you, because I like to keep it very pragmatic. I like to keep, when it comes to me growing, I do understand that sometimes you got to break ground. Then I'm coming from Matthew the 10th chapter. Now let's talk about this. Y'all know I teach universal law, so no matter where you at, this is gonna apply. So we're gonna deal with Matthew the 10th chapter, 41 through 42. It says this: He that receiveth a prophet in the name of a prophet shall receive a prophet's reward. Remember, a reward is a thing given in recognition and acknowledgement of your service. That means you had to actually do. I got some rewards in there. 15 years service for safe driving. 25 years servicing UPS. You got to achieve something to be recognized. It is too many people that want to be recognized for things that they have not yet achieved. You got to actually, in order to get a 25-year anniversary, you got to get to 25. Just saying. So it says, in the name of a prophet receive a prophet's reward, that he may and he that receiveth a righteous man in the name of a righteous man shall receive a righteous man reward. And whosoever shall give a drink of one of these little ones a cup of cold water, only in the name of the disciples, which is a learner, verily I say unto you, he shall in no wise lose his reward. So talk to me, Apostle. Talk to me, Chief. All right, now listen to these. First of all, to get a reward from a prophet could be a medium or the mouthpiece of God or a deity. Any priest or priestess representing the voice or a Tata Oriente, all of those classify as people that speak in behalf of the God, the goddesses, anybody that as an orator that is speaking in behalf or as a mediator for a particular spirit or ancestor, God or goddess. That's what you are, right? When you give that individual a cold glass of water, you in no wise will lose your reward. Now, if that individual is a vessel that speaks in behalf of a deity or spirit, the type of reward you would get if you are a prophet, if you sowed a seed and you gave a prophet a cold glass of water, it is saying basically that the concept that falls on the prophet, that God says, no weapon, the prophet, it said, touch not my anointing and do my prophet no harm. Or if that prophet would speak, if that prophet represents the mouthpiece of that God, I wrote it down here, a prophetic blessing is a declaration by a supernatural authority to speak over somebody's life. So when you are a prophet or you are a medium or you are a priest or priestess of a particular spirit or Risha, Loa, Impungo, whatever, you can speak by authority if somebody bless you. Okay? When you give to that individual, that energy, that frequency, that person, you will no lies with you. But you got to give some type of service, some type of effort, or gain some type of achievement. This is what you should be expecting when you're dealing with that particular type of person. The blessing you get from your mama is a very different blessing you may get from your father because of what they represent. Masculine energy give one type of reward, feminine energy give another, androgynous energy gives another. Understand? So let's move on. What's up there, Cheesecake? Fizz in Florence, Alabama, Gemini in the house. What's up? How you be? Now, also, if you receive a disciple's reward or somebody that is learning the craft, even somebody that's not initiated, but they are learning the craft. They are a student of the particular craft. Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria. If you still bless these people with a cold glass of water, let's see what kind of reward comes. No fear, condemnation. When you bless a disciple, there's no condemnation to those that are learning the gospel, learning Santeria, learning Lukumi, learning hoodoo, voodoo, any of the ATR. When people are learning, you have a certain level of grace in your growth cycle. A lot of times when people are, let me say it like this. If you know you're a disciple or learning, you should not be out here talking like you the teacher. So therefore, you should be given certain graces because people understand that you are learning that particular craft. It's like on a job. When you in training mode, if you got that training tag on you, I don't care how good you do, they all know you're a trainer. But if you mess up, they give you certain levels of grace because you are being represented as a what? A trainer. That you are in the process of being trained in that particular job. And so that's why even dealing with God's least one in all of the ATR, you still can get blessed, but you're not going to get blessed like you would if you were dealing with an elder. I just want to be complicated. Know the rewards by which you give. Know the rewards by which you support. Know the reward. What's up there, Karen O'Brien, Gemini in the house? Know the reward that come along. Check your reward. So a lot of times you will have the correct expectation based off the people, the place, and the things that you are investing in. Say, I'm working on it. And then another reward that comes along with dealing with disciples is the Holy Spirit or ancestors always will help you. That's coming from Romans the 8th chapter 27. So fear, no fear of condemnation. You walk in grace by faith. This is practical and profound. Thank you, baby. Appreciate it. Then Romans the 8th and 1. Then the reward that comes is verse 3. Receive strength to have victory over your hardships and struggles in this world, coming from Romans the 8th chapter verse 37. In other words, even you as a lay person in these ATRs, you still have certain benefits that come along with you. And if people want to give you a cold glass or give you some type of blessing, then you can bless them in the name of your discipleship. You can bless them in the name of your learner's permit, so to speak. Because you still are part of that particular entity, that vibration, and that frequency. You just cannot, as a prophet or as a medium or as an oracle, declare blessings over their life like somebody that's a prophet. But you can bless people even though you are a learner in the craft. But you shouldn't be out here calling yourself a master at the craft. That's all I'm just trying to say. When you decide to be a blessing to somebody, you have to check the rewards. And then this other concept of the righteous reward. This is when you are dealing with somebody that is in right standing in Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lukumi, Congo, Palo, Mystic, Eastern Star, Mason, don't matter. These are righteous souls. These are righteous souls in the ATR. And these people, the reward of being righteous is that your prayers avail much in James 5 and 16. So people that are in right standing with the Loas, the Orishas, the Impungos, with the ancestor, these people are going to always avail much with the spirit, and you're going to benefit. So when you give these right standing people a cold glass of water, you receive the reward or the benefit of a righteous man in Ifa, a righteous woman in Ifa, a righteous woman or man in Congo, Apollo, or Santeria. These are people that do right by spirit and people. These have a righteous heart, and their prayers, their ebos, their workings are going to avail much. And if you decide as a grown man or a grown woman to bless them, you're going to reap that benefit. Okay? I am learning Saint Angels is applied to the Orishas. Saint Angel. Well, any type of entity, whether it's Gabriel, Michael, Uriel, or if Saint Lazarus, you know, we depending on your ATRs, because sometimes people practice Catholicism. What I'm trying to get everybody to understand is, depending on who you are, what type of reward you can give the people, and if the people decide to give you a cold glass of water or bless you, then they need to consider what type of office you hold, whether you are a righteous man or sometimes, or you are a disciple, or are you a prophet, or you a master of that particular craft. Because just like every credit card don't give out the same benefits, every energy, frequency, and vibration or spiritual man or woman cannot give you the same benefits. They don't have it like that. So therefore, a part of what I'm trying to teach tonight in understanding growth is what you're trying to do with your life. If you know you're not going to travel, you may not need a frequent flyer mile card like I got. You might need something that regarding grocery. Maybe you're a type of person, you got a restaurant, maybe you got a business, maybe you have a daycare, maybe you have a bunch of kids. Like, you got to get things in your life that resonate with you. You need tools in your life that give you the benefit. You need to sit down and understand your ashe, your chi. Why do I need this type of individual in my life? Why do I need to have sow seeds according to, because if you're going to be doing what I'm doing today, I remember getting into it with one of my pastors, and she was a female prophetess and apostle. And so what she didn't understand is that, why are you still blessing me and me you got issues? Why are you still giving to me and we got issues? And my response to her, my personal feelings have nothing to do with your office. You are still who God has called you to do. And because I understand that I at one time and one day going to be operating in some of the same things you have. I am still going to sow seed, because no matter if I agree with you or disagree with you, you still are who you are. See, the purpose of understanding people, places, and things is understanding that at the end of the day, it's still a grocery store. At the end of the day, it's still the laundromat. At the end of the day, it's still the car wash. At the end of the day, it's still a clothing store. You cannot get to a place in your life that you are so freaked out about people, places, and things that you forget that you need to be able to get what you need to get out of life. I'm not that mad. I'm not that mad not to go get groceries. I'm not that upset not to get gas. I'm not that upset not to eat. I'm not that. It just don't get. I'm trying to help somebody on today. Being grown, being mature, and willing to grow is understanding that now that I need to break out of the seed, and I got to go through. Now I got to be in an environment, because now that I got growth. Now my leaves, my stem, my trees, everything is exposed to nature, exposed to the elements. And I don't know from day to day whether it's going to be a bird coming by, a bear coming by, whether it's going to be a human coming by looking to cut me down. I don't know. But at the end of the day, I got to keep growing, because I never know what I'm going to have to deal with. I want y'all to understand something. When you get out here, sometimes you go through trials and tribulations, and those things start pruning your trees. They start pruning your trees. And things start falling off. It has nothing to do. Trimming the trees is a part of growth. So let me say it like this. My mom has a cosmetology license. My sister has a cosmetology license. I grew up around hair products. I grew around people. Now, my mom, back in the day, they had this thing called Jerry curl. So my mom was talking to the lady. See, you have to consider when you out in business, you have to pay attention to your clients and your customers. So my mom was talking to the lady, and she said, listen, I need to trim your ends because they're dead. And dead ends is going to cause your hair to damage your hair so your hair can grow. There are certain people in the ATRs and in life. When they want length, they don't care that it's dead hair. They don't care that that dead hair is going to damage the other growing parts of their hair. A lot of y'all refuse to cut off limbs and issues in your life that are dead to you. All you want to do is see that hair falling over that right eye. That's all you concerned about. That somebody see that you got hair falling on it. It don't even matter if some of y'all have a credit card and you just got a credit card. You can't buy nothing with it. You can't charge nothing on it. You can't. It's maxed out. Maybe it might be in the negative, but you got a credit card, and as long as they don't know your balance, that you don't even care. Some of y'all, when it comes to growth is not important to you. Being seen to look like something is growing. Being seen that you got something to offer. Being seen that it looks like you spiritual. Being seen it looks like you involved into something great. At the end of the day, you may not even be growing. You might be stunting your own growth. Check your rewards. Check your rewards, sir and ma'am. Check what is going to cause you to get the actual benefit. And you can't get the benefit without serving. You can't get the benefit without putting effort for it. And you cannot get the benefit without achieving, which means you must finish what you started. A lot of times in life, we don't respect the growth cycle. That's what the moon is there. The moon is there to bring forth growth. And a part of that growth is going to come through high and low tides. You got to understand the cycles of life when you're trying to grow. Growing spiritually, growing economically, growing in your relationship, growing in your business, just growing in anything. Knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Even understanding that there are certain times in your life you got to cut some things off because it's going to stunt your growth. Yes, the moon is still shining, but you know that thing in your life is not producing. A lot of things about being grown is acknowledging, I know this ain't doing nothing for me. I know, and nobody got to tell me I don't need no reading. I don't need no conjure. certain behavior that I have, certain patterns I have, certain connections I have that I'm choosing to have, they not serving me. Huh? And you're going to blame the spiritualists. You're going to blame Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lukumi, Congo, Palo, all of these ATR why you are not growing, when the truth is that you would not let go of dead issues. See, nobody else going to be honest with you, but I'm going to be honest with you on today. Even through my pain, even through my hurt, even through what I'm going through, I'm still growing. Because I understand it's a process of life. What I agree with, disagree, the reality is I got the deal. Huh? No matter how I feel. Huh? Some days I feel better than others. Some days I don't feel like it at all. But at the end of the day, if you're growing, you got to grow through the conditions, baby. I want to talk to you, sir and ma'am. Gay, straight or bi. I want to talk to you, rich or poor, educated or uneducated. I want to talk to you, bad body or built like a brick house. Huh? I'm going to talk to you, look like a moose in the face or you look like a model in the face. I need to talk unto you. Huh? You got to grow through the conditions. Huh? And you don't have control over all the conditions. There are going to be some conditions that are suitable for great growth. Huh? Growth spurts. Huh? And there are going to be other conditions you grow through going to be hard. They're going to be rigorous. They're going to be challenging. But you still, you still can grow. In the moon cycle, whether it's a low tide, it's time to grow, baby. If it's a high tide, it's still time to grow. Whether you're happy, grow. Sad, grow. Whether your money funny, grow. Whether your money rolling in like a dough, grow. You still have to grow through the conditions. Whether they teaching you everything you need to know or they refuse to give you a dog or bone, you still got to grow. Huh? Whether your growth be stunted or your growth be accelerated, you still got to grow, baby. And that is your responsibility, sir, ma'am. Huh? Are y'all hearing me, huh? My sister is a gardener out of the sent from heaven, huh? Every seed has to be considered of how it is going to grow. Every plant cannot grow up under certain conditions. Huh? Sometimes you put certain plants in there and say, oh no, that's all the potential that plant has. And then you mess around and get somebody that knows how to nurture, that knows how to cultivate, that knows how to advance growth. And all of a sudden, that same plant that would only grow 2.5 inches, now because they're in another condition, now it is almost 9 feet tall. You understand that? There are certain people, there's nothing wrong with you, ma'am. There's nothing wrong with you, sir. A lot of times, you just in the wrong relationships. You're not around people that understand your growth. And they are not interested in you growing. They're interested in getting what they can get from you. And they're not interested in understanding what it takes for you to develop. Huh? What it takes for you to cultivate. They're not understanding that they should not be putting salt water on you. They don't understand that you should not be in direct sunlight. They're not interested in your growth. So therefore, sir, man, they're not going to take out the time to study to show themselves approved. I want to talk to you on tonight. Let's get with it. Check your rewards. Every prophet don't want to see you grow. Every evangelist don't want to see you grow. Every pastor don't want to see you grow. Every tata, every mumbo, they're not interested in your growth. And so therefore, certain people know that you're not going to grow in telling them lies. Then they're going to still tell you lies. They know that you're a type of individual, you need straight truth. And they still going to water it down, sugar it down. And so therefore, the reason why you don't see the magnification of what's going on in your life is because the people around you, you did not check and see if that credit card was conducive to the life you live in. Come on here, somebody. You got to understand that the people that you need in your life have to be conducive to where you trying to go. And so therefore, in order for me to grow, I got to have the real. In order for me to grow, I had to have somebody to be a straight shooter. In order for me to grow, I got to have people that are faithful. See, you will stunt my growth if I stay in a relationship with somebody that don't trust me, that somebody don't believe in me, that somebody going to backstab. That's going to stunt my growth. So therefore, as a grown man, at this point in juncture in my life, I got to know what caused me to grow. I got to know what's good for me. Huh? I got to say, oh, don't piss on my tree. You got too much acid in your urine. Huh? You can't, huh? Every dog can't piss on your tree. Everybody that come along cannot fertilize your grounds. Huh? Some people will cause you to have good fruit. Some people bring so much mess in your life and you get so upset, but you prayed and asked God for growth. You prayed and asked the divine to bring increase. And nothing brings the greenery than shit. Huh? Mess, doo-doo, human feces, the nutrients in the mess brings brings the growth. Come on here, somebody, huh? My greatest growth has come through mess. Huh? When you praying and you asking for the abundant life, there's going to be some mess. Manure, the dookie, the stank. Oh, you said you wanted to grow, baby, huh? But I'm here to tell you what brings real growth, huh? Out of all of the greenery in your yard, huh? The sucker tank got the best green. Come on here, somebody, tell the truth and shame that old devil. If you trying to grow, all the possibility trying to tell you, tell that truth and shame that devil. You want that road opener? You want that blockbuster? You want that increase? Here come a messy saint. Here come a messy believer. Here come a messy tata mumbo. Here come the mess. Here come the mess. But after the mess, gonna be some growth. I can tell you that. It's gonna be stank a while, but it's gonna be some growth. It's gonna be some growth. It's gonna look a mess. It's gonna smell a mess. But it's gonna be some growth. Ain't nothing glamorous about growth. It's called process. And if you are cancer, you know what I'm talking about. If you got cancer in your placement, all of y'all that keep listening at these people walking around here with all this roses, they ain't telling you about the dookie, they don't mean you no good. They not trying to get you to grow. Because every spiritualist out there, every man or woman that have grown out there, grew through the most darkest times of their life, produces growth. The most messiest time in their life, the wisdom, the knowledge, the understanding that you are out here manifesting and boasting yourself in, it came through the mess you've been through. It was the shit that they throw on you. They got monkeys in your life that's out here digging in their booty and throwing it your way. And you don't like it. I understand, huh? The people monkeying around in your life, it ain't nothing nice. But at the end of the day, when the shit falls, you're going to grow. Yeah, you heard that from the chief apostle, the pastor. Keep on lying. I'm telling you the truth. Just like it's the same thing naturally, it's the same thing spiritually. So all of y'all walking around here because you're wearing white, because you feel like you're a virtuous man and virtuous woman and a righteous man and a virtuous woman and you want her to, baby, if you have ever asked spirit, energy, vibration for growth, it's attached to the mess. All you doing is summoning some of the messiest people to show up in your life in Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, Congo, Palo, Christianity, Muslim, call it what you want to. If you gonna grow and be right here shining green, and I'm talking about that good old green, baby, I know, I can tell by the way that you operate, you done been through mess. I don't smell it no more because, you know, after a while, Dookie turn white. When it loses its power and potency, it's good for nothing. It turns white. Huh? When all the nectar from the Dookie is gone, it's white. It's called chalk at that moment. Huh? All the nutrients you done got in your life, huh? You don't want nobody to know where your anointing come, but it come from Dookie. You don't want nobody to know where you became a good man or good woman, but it came from the Dookie. Go ahead and tell them. It was the Dookie. It was a cesspool that I was dealing with. Huh? It's the thing that I fell in. And when I came out, I didn't smell like nothing, but I had power. I didn't look like nothing, but I had knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Something about the Dookie. Something about the name Jesus. The mess I went through in the church made me the stallion I am today. The things I can talk about and encourage you guys right now, that came from the Dookie. The mess. It's the Dookie, y'all. It's the Dookie for me. All I'm just trying to tell you, hey, whether you light a candle, burn incense, it's mess. And all y'all talking about, oh, I don't like to be in mess. That means you ain't trying to grow. Ask any farmer, anybody that deals with any form of cultivation, even in real life, in order for a woman to birth you, you are sitting beside her anus. Because what she eat, you eat. Talk to me. I ain't no woman, but am I right about it, The vagina and the anus is side by side. It's the dookie for me. The problem is, while you are being birthed, you cannot shit on yourself because you'll poison yourself. If a baby doo-doo in the womb, it'll kill itself. Some of y'all, instead of you dealing with somebody else's mess, you start mess. See, what's happening to a lot of people why they can't grow, because it's one thing when somebody else bring mess to you. It's another thing when you start mess. You start poisoning yourself. You start poisoning your own plans. You start poisoning your own dreams. You start poisoning your own ambition. You start poisoning your own relationship because you the one creating the mess. But if somebody else bring the mess to you, you're going to benefit. I talk about duality, y'all. It's your dookie. It's your messy attitude. It's your stink personality. Oh, your stinking mouth. Your rotten mouth is what's causing your stunt, your growth. That's what it is. It's one thing when people talk mess on you. It's another thing when you talking mess on yourself. It's the dookie. Oh, we're going to grow up today. If you don't grow up no other time, you claim you want to grow, don't be out there causing mess. Because you're going to stunt your growth. When other people bring mess, it's a total different thing. Then all these things apply. All these things apply. Tattoo said 100. That Sagittarius said bam, 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 bam. So when you out here and you want to grow, and you want to develop, and it all sound good, and you know what made me mad with real grown people? No, people that playing grown. See, real grown people going to tell you what it takes to have a relationship. They're going to tell you the shit that goes on behind the scene. A real business owner going to tell you the shit that go behind the scene. A real spiritual going to tell you the shit that go behind the scene. See, them the people that want you to grow. Because anybody just tell you the good aspect of it, they ain't trying to get you to grow. Because they already know you're going to run into some shit. They know you're going to run into it. See, anybody that's really out here in real life, when you don't sit down and tell your children the shiggity that they're going to have to deal with, they ain't finna grow. You stunting their growth. Because you already know they're going to run into it. You already know. Anybody that, I don't care what you practice, what you into, if they ain't telling you the shenanigans that you going to be dealing with, they ain't trying to see you grow. They ain't trying to tell you how people going to come against your finances. They ain't going to try to tell you how people going to do stuff that you ain't even bothering them. Their stuff go on and you ain't even bothering people. And people act the way that people have been blessing me, you would think that the people that mad with me, that y'all were taking y'all money. That y'all were taking their money and giving it to me. The way they acting, the way they putting out the shits on me. You would think that you went into their account and got their money and sent it to Apostle Ely. You would think the woman that's married with you right now, that you was effing her husband. You screwing your own husband, your own wife, your own boyfriend, your own girlfriend, running your own business. But the way they acting, you would think you messing with their stuff. The mess they keeping up on you, you would think that you out there operating your business on their license. The way they going around trying to destroy you, you would think they the reason why you where you at in your life. You would think they built you. The way that they throwing at you, the way that they carrying on, the way they keeping up the shits. One would think that you had something to do with me being where I am in life. But the truth is, you don't. But the way you acting, one would think. All I got to say, in this process of spirituality, whether it's, I got my Florida water. If you want to work with Apostle Ely, I have to tell you the truth. I got to tell you the 411. I got to tell you the behind the scenes. I got to tell you, make sure you got some cleaning products. You gonna practice hoodoo, voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, or be spiritual, or be a real woman about your business with your children, or go start your own business, or try to be something and try to grow in this life, baby, you better be ready for the shenanigans that's coming along. And guess what? You can be on your own property, minding your own business, and you gonna still deal with the shits. It's enough out in life that you ain't even got to be looking for it that gonna come your way. I, as an individual, I'm not going looking for it. But if because I already got to deal with it, I'm gonna deal with it because I got to. I cannot destroy a divinely protected one. They cannot destroy a divine. I know that's right. But don't mean they ain't gonna try. Huh? And let me tell you this. If you gonna practice the ATRs and you don't know how to clean up shit, you ain't got no bucket, no mop, no gloves, no Fabuloso, no Lysol, no Pine Sol, no bleach, no ammonia, baby. They're going to have people repelling from you from the odor. You got to be able to cleanse yourself because the mess is coming. And if you want to be effective and grow and come out smelling like a rose, you got to learn how to wash your ass of the mess that other people throw your way. Because they coming. I don't care how much time you done put in your job. I don't care. They'll still try to cause you to lose it. The very people that'll fight you the hardest ain't had nothing to do with you being who you are and where you at. They ain't did nothing. I told one young lady she was having an issue with a girl talking about her on her job. I told her, I said, go tell her your pastor say the next time she puts your name in her mouth, swallow it. Healing incense. Better Business, High John, Oil of Gladness, Triple Threat, Peace Incense, Love Incense, Roll Opener, Mental Clarity, Blockbuster, Money, Guardian Angel Incense, Ancestor Incense, Reversal, Protection Incense, Stop Gossip, and Courtroom Incense. Shamari said roses really smell like boo-boo, Outcast. I know that's right, Shamari. Love say I'm learning. Tattoo say the real. Trying to tell y'all, when you growing and you want to be able to weather these storms, you got to have somebody going to be honest with you. And it don't mean that you like everything you deal with, but it is what it is. And you got to be ready to clean up. Even when people have their own business, people be, I mean at my church, they used to, I don't know what buzzer they were snatching them feathers from, but that was a butt naked ass buzzer. Because every time I turned around, every day I went to church, it was a new buzzer feather sitting in front of my church. I say they done butt naked that buzzer, trying to shut my church down. But I'm still standing. But the point is, if I didn't know how to clean, if I didn't know how to cleanse, the energy will still be there. You got to know this stuff. And all this talking about you walking in light and you don't want to bother. Baby, if you don't learn how to deal with mess, and you don't learn how to operate and check your rewards, what you trying to do and why you trying to do it and where you trying to go, gonna be in the trouble. If you want me to do a reading for you, I'll do that tonight, but this is Monday. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support. Let me tell y'all something. At the end of the day, I had to go through something. At the end of the day, I'm growing. I'm growing. And it come through some of the mess. Because sometimes when you're taking things for granted or you're being slowful about certain things, the mess make you not only clean up the mess that they brought, but it clean up your mess too. It make you get up on yourself. It make you recognize certain things very differently. Certain things that you were not really focused on. Sometimes you think you got more time than you really got. Huh? Sometimes you think you're in a cycle that, you know what, I can afford to sit down. Sometimes you think that you got time. Sometimes just not realizing tomorrow ain't promised to nobody. I don't care if you're a tata, and I keep telling people this. At the end of the day, it don't matter if you're healthy, you still gonna leave here. It don't matter if you sick, you gonna leave here. It doesn't matter if you rich, you gonna leave here. If you poor, educated. We all got to get up out of here. What I'm saying, long as you here, grow. Extend your branches. Prune your trees. That you will have fruit. that somebody else can benefit, and then you can drop seeds to birth after your own kind. So you will have a legacy. I needed to hear this. I sent for a reading. I got you, Bo. In life, it takes the real. Because let me tell y'all something. I don't care how prepared you are, how skilled you are. Sometimes the things that come along in life will throw you for a loop. And if you're not ready, things will throw you and you will not be able to get back on that horse. And you be walking around here smelling like pure shit. And your enemies will be laughing at you because you weren't prepared for the cleanup. Some of y'all believe because you didn't start the mess, you ain't got to clean it up. That's the ignorant and immature mindset. There's going to be a whole lot of messes that you didn't put down, but you're going to have to clean it up. There's a whole lot of fights you may not start, but you're going to have to finish. If you don't grow up now, you're going to find yourself in a lot of stuff, and you're going to be in a lot of turmoil because your mindset is going to make you think you don't have to be prepared for other people coming bringing their mess into your life. Huh? You're going to have to cleanse and protect your own relationship because somebody's going to be trying to bring the shits. And that's just real. I got you, Bo. Like I said, I'm a Sagittarius, Moon and Aries, rising sign Pisces. I can't make you do nothing. You're grown. You're grown. Do what you do, but at the end of the day, life is what you make it. Life is truly what you make it. And if you don't start being around somebody that has the ability to offend you with the truth, and my mom used to tell me that if you're mad and you ain't did and you ain't gonna do nothing about it, you ain't mad enough. When you get mad enough to do something about what you mad about, then I'll take you serious. You talk, cause I called you nasty, you mad. If you ain't cleaned up, you ain't mad enough. I done told you your breath stink, and you talking about you mad, you ain't mad enough to get that peppermint put in your mouth or brush your teeth or brush your tongue. You ain't mad enough. You mercy. You mad that I said something about it, but you ain't mad enough to go put something on to wash your arm and put some deodorant on. You ain't mad enough. You with the foolishness. We too grown for this. Where my cards at? I told you, I'm about to grow. I'm not doing all this. No matter, I don't care what I'm going through. I do not like everything I go through, but I'm not doing this for nothing. I'm not doing this without growing. I got some more. Because I'm being crowned Medifun Oya. Now I got to do some extra stuff. Hey, it is what it is. I'm not gonna bitch about it. I'm just gonna get it done. It is what it is. When you growing and you know growth coming, you got to be ready. And if you ain't ready, it's just gonna roll over. I'm just trying to tell y'all, you can't be asking for certain things, and spirit start warning you about certain growth that's coming into your life, and you still trying to operate by the same patterns in your life. You the one operating with outdated patterns instead of upgrading and leveling up. Baby. Hear these words which I speak as I call to thee that which is in the dark, bring it to light of my eyes concerning Bo the Pisces. Bo the Pisces. Bo the Pisces. That which is in the dark, bring it to the light of my eyes concerning Bo the Pisces. What is it that this Pisces needs to focus on? What is it that this Pisces needs to focus on? What is it that this Pisces needs to focus on? All right, here we go for my Pisces. All right. Your shadow come up in Pisces, banishing the remnants of evil in shadow. This getting rid of certain things. It says Lamed Aleph Vav. It said the light of this name deactivates negative energy and cleanses my environment. This says focusing on cleansing. I think this is similar to some of the readings you got before, but this card talks about neutralizing negative energy. Neutralizer is like when you have that Jerry curl, they call it neutralizer. It's to stop the activity of the lye from straightening the hair, that neutralize the effects of that. That's what in the concept, that same concept. Then cleansing your environment, keeping your environment clean, Pisces, is very, very important. Especially if certain people are in your space that their energy ain't right. Make sure you clean that. And then it says building bridges, Pisces. Bo, it talks about you building bridges. It says Aleph Va Mem. It said, with the power of this name, I extend the hand of friendship to people in whom I am in conflict. This is talking about some type of relationship, some type of connectivity. It said, even if the conflict is about money or resources. It said, I awaken compassion and summon forth the courage to pick up the phone and to call the person right now. And that means right now. Accordingly, a bridge to the upper world will be erected in my behalf. Whatever is going on in this particular right now in your life, it is talking about any type of conflict regarding resources. Do not burn down bridges, but understand what is going on in your life and where the conflict and why the conflict exists. Because this says that if you make the right decision regarding resources, it is going to cause things to move into your favor. It says that it will erect in your behalf. Okay? Whatever this is, especially when it comes to friends or people that's showing themselves friendly, it talks about conflict. And then your outcome card, Bo, this is your year for removing negativity. It said diffusing negative energy and stress. Your shadow is talking about getting rid of that energy, and as well, it said that's exactly what's going on. It says Kaf He Tab. It says purifying light banishes the unseen omnipotent forces and deactivates harmful influences that may be lurking nearby. Especially those that dwell inside me. Stress dissolves, pressure is released, balance and positive energy permeate my being and my world. This card is also, even though as you grow, Bo, I'm going to say this, they're going to be all eyes on you. This is going to be like Tupac, all eyes on you. That you're going to make sure that you stay protected and keep your energy, especially you being a water sign. You have to stay cleansed, because this talks about people that are going to be watching you afar off. Their eyes on you. They're not necessarily going to be close up on you, but they will be near enough to see what they. Well, I'm gonna say it like this: they're gonna think they're gonna be able to looking through the window outside, looking in. That's what you're gonna be dealing with. Amen. Thanks, Chief Apostle. I really appreciate your guys. No problem. If I were you, I would do before I go to bed Psalm 59. That'll help you. And don't Psalm 59. Do not just do it one night, but do it like 3 consecutive nights. It's gonna help. Somebody got a deceitful tongue, and that psalm will help you. I did that wrong. Sometimes I'm able to do this thing right away, and then other times I be with this. Okay. You're quite welcome. I want to say to each and every one of you guys, thank you so much for your support, your love. Don't forget, it doesn't matter after these videos are off, the comment up under these videos and pushing these videos. I appreciate that. I know exactly who you're talking about. Don't put it on social media. I appreciate the likes. I did go, I read some of the comments, and a lot of times I clip them and put them on my board, or I put them on my Facebook page. I do different things, so I do appreciate many of you guys taking out the time to do that for me, and it really helps push the videos that we have. I think we're up to like 1,400 subscribers. Hopefully we'll soon be to 2,000. So this is one of the venues that help build what we're trying to do here. And so I told you all, I'm gonna keep y'all in the loop about what's going on with me through the crowning process. So if you decide, or one day you decide to go down this pathway, you will have some type of blueprint and have some type of idea of what to expect. Because guess what? Nobody can tell you everything. That's just about life. But to have an idea of what certain expectations to look for, it's helpful. And that's all I'm trying to do is out here give you some helpful tips so you can make better decisions. And then when you decide to be a grown man or woman, then you commit to whatever you need to commit with, and do your father or your mother's business. That's, at the end of the day, that's all this is about. Okay. All right. I thank you guys, for each and every one of you, for being here tonight, and thank you for hitting that like button, hitting those shares, and Apostle Ely will see you guys on tomorrow. All right? God bless.